Gate 14 podcast. Short in between episodes. This might be the shortest episode we've ever done. We just got back from the Rogers Center. The Toronto Blue Jays just beat the ever-living shit out of the Chicago White Sox. And I'll say it feels good. It feels good, Avery.
We hadn't had many games this year where there was no stress after the second inning, the third inning. It's like, okay, just add on runs. And it makes watching baseball more fun, easier to watch when you can kind of check out, scroll your phone a little bit. We were there, premium section, vlog coming out probably Friday. I think
it'll be an easy one.
I think I could turn it around pretty quick and get it out Friday for the people. We sat in the premium section. We won't give any spoilers yet, but we did sit there. Nice little story we had from the person that their boss said to treat us well.
Yeah,
so that went into.
So we're sitting in the premium section, and for our listeners out there, I'm not putting my feet on the table, so you can't see my feet. You're welcome. We're adjusting, we're learning. The guy comes up to us because a couple people asked us for pictures when we're on the line, waiting to go down to our seats, and he looks at us. He's like, "Are you guys like famous or something?" And we're like, "No, I mean we do a Blue Jay show," and he's like, "Okay, because like my boss said like make sure you guys are like treated well and all that," and I was like, you know what? That was good to hear.
Yeah,
that was good. It was an all-time tire pump. I wish I was on.
Do you think they saw us there, or you think they saw it through Twitter?
They probably saw it through Twitter.
I think so too.
I was on I wish I was on a date with a girl because that would have been bananas. And the girl was just like, "Oh, okay, Johnny."
I think it helps when we're together too.
Yes.
Because when I go by myself, you get the looks, but it's never like all the time. But when we're together, they see one of us. Then they see the other.
They know it's double trouble.
Yes.
But I will say the premium section, I have kind of mixed reviews about it. I talked about it in the vlog. It takes away so many seats
could be great seats.
That are insane seats. Like, I guess that's what comes with the territory. Another story that we obviously didn't talk about the vlog. Some guy comes up to us and he's like, "Hey, Johnny." I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "I used to be like the VP of the Blue Jays." And he was like looked like a rich dude. He's wearing like a golf shirt.
I saw this same person at the airport going to Miami last year.
So he's talking to me and he's like, "Yeah, listen, man, I love what you guys do. What do you think about this like premium lounge?" I was like, it's whatever, man. I was like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Oh, Mark's doing a great job. Like all this, all that." And
the money guys like it.
Of course you like it. You're making fucking money off it. But yeah, it was cool to have the VP. I didn't grab his name. If you're out there, you're probably listening. Appreciate the kind words about the podcast and all that. That was electric. But going back to the premium seatings, though, me and Avery inquired last podcast about sitting in the
right behind
the plate, and I had a couple people reach out. One of them sent me the pricing. So I guess the guy who owns them, I guess he does he just has pricing. So if people want to buy them, he just says, "All right, what game do you want to go? This is the pricing for it." The cheapest one is $950. So
does that change your mind on wanting to go?
Unless we might have to start a fucking Blue Jays dad tip jar, we are not sitting behind the plate. Harsh reality. But if someone wants to step up and be for the brand and just send us the tickets for free,
I'll go.
Yeah. I'll go to it. I don't give a shit. But I think it would be objectively funny because what I had in mind is you and I show up, we go behind home plate in suits and sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I think that would be just the funniest thing of all time. It'd be great PR for us, great advertising for us, but that dream might be dead.
Yeah, it might be dead. And I was saying I only have a gray suit, and I will sweat through that thing.
Yeah, that'd be
guaranteed if we're in a day game.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, because like the Fanatics
the
jersey.
Fanatics jerseys. But other than that, though, premium seats, we just wait for the vlog, okay? And we also got free use. Obviously, we got the Yusei Kikuchi bobbleheads, which we will be giving out to those who purchase stuff on the website. I think.
Nice. That's a good way to do.
I think if you buy stuff on the website, I will put all the names and do. How much weeks should we give? 2 weeks?
1 week.
1 week. If you buy stuff, if you buy the gate14.ca hoodies or t-shirts.
Or how about we do, there's an off day next Thursday. Let's draw it next Thursday.
Okay, we'll draw it next Thursday. So if you buy something off the website, I will exclusively ship the bobblehead to you. And then the other one, I'm going to do a giveaway on a live stream. So I'll do if Kikuchi gets 8 strikeouts, I'll give it to a live stream viewer.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing guy.
Him and his kid today.
Oh, one of the cutest things I've ever seen.
That was doesn't make you want to.
It gives me baby fever. Like, just picture my kid just grabbing the pod mic, you know? But no, it was really adorable because his kid didn't understand, like, do not go on the mound. So the kid went, like, front of the mound and then just launched the ball. Yusei Kikuchi continues to be one of the most interesting human beings. Yesterday he carved, and they were talking about his the water bottle he drinks out of. Oh my God. There's like 9 different concoctions in it. And he said the reason why he drinks all of that is because it makes him want to piss, so it makes him quicker on the mound. So because he wants to go back in the dugout and piss. He says he pisses in between innings, every inning. Which that's is like insane. I feel like that's a bad bladder. That's that's just a terrible bladder, but
he looks like a wrestler. If you went to school that had a wrestling team, walking around with a jug that big is a wrestler move, and I'm fine with it because they're nail guns.
Dude, Yusei Kikuchi he's gonna go down for me as like one of the most beloved Blue Jays probably of my lifetime. I love Yusei Kikuchi. And the fact that we met him still blows my mind. Like, I still haven't really clued into that. Like, Alto and Curtis fucking met him too. Like, one of the best left-handed pitchers in baseball. They just like, we just hung out with him.
Yeah.
But he is just such a good dude. And we're so fucking lucky to have this guy on the team.
Yeah, not much else to say.
Tim Randa's son just walked into the room.
Yeah.
Our guy, Tim Randa,
walking in
Gate 14 riders, walked into with a fucking suit looking like Harvey Specter. But yeah.
No, Yusei's awesome. He deserved his bobblehead day today. Still crazy that people show up so early. I saw 2 people wearing Jays jerseys go in to get it, and then...
So they're pieces of shit. Let me make this clear.
Why does it make you a piece of shit? Why are you wearing...
If you went into the game, got the bobblehead, and left, you are a piece of shit. Fuck you. Yes. Because it's going to just resell. You're trying to resell. You're not even there. Like, and then people line up for like 4 hours for the game. Apparently the Romano jersey giveaway game, there was like people up there for 3-4 hours for the game for a replica.
Yeah.
Go to DH Gate. Go to DH Gate and buy for 20.
Some people can't afford the real jersey.
But you can go to DH Gate, buy for $30.
Yeah, true.
You can do that. Another thing I didn't want to discuss is the fans that were complaining about expensive tickets 2 weeks ago. Today's game, I guess, I know
it was the
White Sox.
It's the reason we got our
seats. You could have
seats.
sat behind home plate in the premium lounge. There was tickets for $18 during game time.
No, 200 level TD Clubhouse.
Oh, that's 200 level?
Yeah.
TD Clubhouse is still sick, though.
It is awesome.
$18. We got our tickets for more expensive. We probably should have got it closer to game time because I looked.
I don't like doing it.
It's a tough game to play when you're doing that.
That's I don't have that in my DNA to wait when we want to do something like a video. If we were just... Like when we go to Cincinnati or whatever, we were just doing that.
Yeah.
Wherever.
But the thing about the premium lounge is our guy Nico, who works for the Blue Jays, he does the social media for the Blue Jays, he reached out to me and said, did you try the gummy worms at the premium lounge you can just grab when you're walking in?
Yes.
Apparently they're the best gummy worms on the planet, and now I kind of want to go back just so I can try the gummy worms. They were the talk of the town, apparently. Everyone was talking about the gummy worms, and now I'm pissed I didn't get them. I'm fucking pissed.
We didn't get many snacks at all. We
really didn't. I had popcorn before the game, which was great. Very small portion size, but we're not going to criticize there.
We'll take it.
Not criticize. But you could see the fact that they are building a bar.
The bar is going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be idiotic. It's going to be. There's going to be so many kids get kicked out, like just 20-year-olds that go before the game.
They won't be in the premium.
Well, they will be if they just do the ticket thing where they wait pregame and they just get $30 tickets and just are loaded behind the plate. The dream of me and you sitting behind the plate is still in my mind. I'm going to have to just either hit a massive parlay or just save money for 3 months to buy the tickets for us. But I really do want to go there because we were on TV today. Someone showed us and someone sent us a picture of me and you. You were recording something.
I know. I was recording like I wasn't at the game.
I think it was a Bo at bat.
I was hoping Vladdy or Bo hit a home run so we could post that, but I recorded something as well. Look, it looks dumb on my part, but that's fine.
No, but I got someone caught a live action shot of me having a Zin, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it was a cool experience today, and I'm happy they put up 9 runs with us sitting in premium lounge. So Jays, we're 1-0 with us hitting the premium lounge.
If you cared about your team,
bang our lines. But we can go game by game here. Yesterday's game was eyewash. We cut the stream in the 7th inning, I believe.
I think we got to 8th.
We cut it in the 8th. Yusei Kikuchi, I tweeted that stat today. He has made 10 starts for the Blue Jays. 8 of them, he has given up 2 runs or less, and his record is 2-4. That's just not going to do it. That is not going to do it. that is honestly, if I'm you, say I'm bitch slapping everyone on the offense. He is like we saw with Gossman last year, but
they like to do it to one player.
They got Garrett crocheted, and as John Schneider said, tip the cap.
Yeah,
tip
absolutely.
the cap.
Garrett Crochet is nasty.
He's nasty.
He's really, really good.
He's nasty.
So I think, yeah, I mean, you get Fetty, you get Crochet, and we think when we see them next week, we're
missing both.
How does that make sense?
Who will we be missing?
Oh, they're playing 4 games.
Yes.
That's why. They're playing 4 games. Okay. Yeah, we think we're missing them both.
We
for
are
their
missing them
next
both.
turn
Yeah.
through.
So we're getting luck of the draw there, and we're missing Skubal. We're missing Skubal this weekend as well.
Yeah, it's a good draw. We will be going to Detroit on Saturday.
But yeah, that game is probably
you got Garrett Crocheted. It's in the playoffs. You're gonna have to beat pitchers
like that consistently.
Yes, exactly. But again, during a 162 game season, losing to Garrett Crochet. I know it's the White Sox, and you say, oh, you're getting no hit by the White Sox. If you watch Garrett Crochet pitch and what he's done the last month, he's insane. He's really, really good.
Something about that game really pissed me off, though, and I made a TikTok about it. The John Schneider bullpen decision to pull Trevor Richards for Tim Mayza, we talked about on the stream. Tim Mayza has the worst expected FIP against left-handed hitters on the Toronto Blue Jays. Trevor Richards' bread and butter is the changeup against lefties.
Yeah.
That is his bread and butter. Trevor Richards has a sub-3 ERA against lefties with a sub-1 whip. And John Schneider in a 2-0 game, a game that's still reachable, albeit. I mean, Jays did not even come close to scoring 2 runs. But in a situation like that, you put in Tim Mayza, who's struggling. We're not knocking Tim Mayza. He was great last year for the Toronto Blue Jays and was great the year before. But I don't understand why you do that for a hitter that's hitting 203. You're not matching up against a hitter that hits 203.
Was it Fletcher who?
Yeah, it was Dom Fletcher.
Yeah. Some things don't make sense, and sometimes you don't try to make sense of them, I think, when you're in a season that's this long. And that's the only thing I can say back to it. Like, sure, you're going to go face him lefty-lefty. That's what Tim Mayza's job is going to be.
Not doing it well right
now. Is
now.
To get lefties out. And I know maybe you're trying to get a couple guys through so they're fresh for the next day as well. You're not trying to just burn Trevor Richards. Yeah. That's the only thing I can say because the numbers aren't going to tell you that. It's been a struggle. Maybe you're trying to get Tim Mayza back on the horse by giving him an easy lefty to get out, to get a whiff, and then things are okay for Tim Mayza. Kind of like Swanee's outing yesterday. Give him a clean one. Then
Swanee's won 3 straight appearances, no runs. So
I know there's some things that aren't always analytics thinking and that go into managing a team over a full season. So that's where I'm going to land on that one because the numbers would tell you it didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
And you lost. You didn't score a run. It's like the Barrios thing and the wild card. At the end of the day, you didn't come fucking close to winning the baseball game.
It doesn't matter, but it still pissed me off, I'll say it. It was kind of just like not a throw in the towel move, but it was like, what are we doing here? Trevor Richards was shoving. And by the way, Trevor Richards has been unbelievable this year. I think that's like, what is that, his 4th or 5th appearance without giving up a run? It's something along those lines. And he's been great. Great addition to this bullpen. I mean, last year he was not great.
He was up and down.
For the second half of the season, he was not great.
He got hurt and then came back and wasn't too good.
Just some really bad at-bats against Crochet, who's a guy who makes you off balance and a guy who you can't really time up, to be honest.
I said this to a couple people. Garrett Crochet's 97 and you say Kikuchi's 97 look like 2 different pitches.
They're playing the different sport.
I know. Crochet, it's so long and loose and easy.
Well, the extension as well is like 99%.
Yeah, he's got to be real close to the plate when he extends.
I would love to ask, like, I wish we could just ask Schneider or text him post-game and be like, yo, like, what was that like? You know? Like, I obviously not going to text him after he goes 0 for 5.
No,
but like,
exactly.
I would love to ask him, what's it like? Do you notice the extension difference? Or do you notice
I think at the end they're just like, holy fuck, that got on me quick.
Yeah.
you see it out front and then you swing at it. Oh, ball's in.
Yeah, that's a good point, Abe. That's a good point. You probably, I mean,
Corey Lee's walking back to the dugout.
At the end of the day, it's still 97 is 97. But with extension, it's like feels like 103.
Yeah,
probably.
Perceived velocity is more. There's some differences to it. Garrett Crochet's a tough at bat.
Yeah, not really much to talk about besides the post-game comments from John Schneider. I made a tweet yesterday. The tipping of the cap comments are insane. Like, how many times can you tip your cap? Like, we're tipping our cap like it's nothing here. Like we can't. You can't
the White
waste
Sox.
You can't waste a good cap tip. You can't. We're wasting cap tips. I mean, Crochet's good, but the Jays have tipped a million caps. I wish baseball savant.
Who do you think was the worst pitcher they cap tipped for? Because I can't remember that much.
No. Patrick Corbin. I'm pretty sure he cap tipped Patrick Corbin.
I hope that's not true.
Yeah, no, and I said in solidarity, next time I go to Paris, Texas, and I try to talk to a girl and they say I'm too short, I'm just going to tip my cap.
Yep.
Out of respect, just that's it, tip your cap.
That's the game we're playing.
That's the game we're playing, and you just got to live with it. But the tipping of the cap, it's like, can we get new vocabulary, though?
We use the same words all the time, too.
Yeah, but, like, come on, man. It's like, because the fans are probably just like.
The fans hate that.
Yeah.
They hate it a lot.
And the thing is, it makes me agree with people I hate. Like, there's accounts on Twitter who are like making jokes about the cap tip where it's like, I fucking hate this guy, but I agree with it. Yeah. Like, I don't know what to say. It's a great take on the cap tip.
Yeah.
But it's just, he knows what he's doing, John Schneider. When he says that, I feel like he just knows how much it aggravates the fans. And it's just objectively just funny to say, you know what, man, I can just tip your cap. Like, how does a reporter answer that? I don't know what's like a.
And the reporter's not wearing a hat either. Yeah, they can't tip their cap.
Well, there's definitely not wearing a hat. How do you?
Do you think he should be?
Probably. We don't make fun of balls though. How do you? What's a substitute? Let's brainstorm the tipping of the cap. Like, what do you say? We got beat.
We could bow in front of.
Salute.
Yeah.
We salute.
Yeah.
We bow. We kiss their feet. The tipping of the cap, we got to switch it up. I don't know what else you could say, maybe. Like,
we will. What's the thesaurus when you.
Someone search that up.
We'll
find an alternative for tipping of the cap.
We will give John Schneider 5 different alternatives.
For tipping of the cap?
For tipping of the cap.
It is. It was funny, though. I made a joke yesterday on Twitter. It's so good for engagement when you just tweet you tipping the cap.
Yeah.
You get so many. You curtsy.
Likes.
You got to curtsy.
Yes.
You got cursing to the opposing pitcher.
Is that what you do for the Queen? I saw a video of that. What do they do?
Knighting? No, that's knighting.
No, I mean when like. Curtsy.
You curtsy. Okay.
Right.
Bow. We said
bow. That?
Yeah. So yeah, we can figure something out. Like, there's some alternatives for sure for John.
We will give John Schneider a list of things to do.
Yes,
instead.
and he will not use them.
Speaking of engagement, the ultimate engagement factor came back today.
Folks, let me tell you something. I'm not a cocky lad, but the impression.
Do you think people would agree with that?
No, no. The people, I will say, the engagement on the home run jacket today. It was crap. I couldn't stop tweeting about it. I couldn't. Every old guy that responded to my tweet that said, "Oh, we're worried about the fucking home run jacket," I responded, "Fuck you," and I just got so many likes. It was. I'm a like whore. I'll say it. I'm a like whore. I'm a like merchant.
We're in the
clicks business.
Yeah.
And because we were sitting in the perfect area to see the home run jacket. I wish you kept.
I know. I stopped filming.
He stopped it right before the home run jacket hit that top step. The engagement on that, because you got it out way before Sportsnet did.
Yes.
When I saw Bo Bichette at the top of that step and Jose Barrios reach out with that jacket, I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
And I will. That started the World Series DVD. That started the World Series DVD was the home run jacket.
Undefeated in the home run jacket.
And then the red carpet too. How do you orchestrate all that? Like, does someone who's the red carpet guy?
Probably.
I think Vogelback. Yeah, probably Vogelback.
No, I think it's a worker there. Like, I think you say translator.
So okay, but that's a lot. I mean,
there's a lot of coordination.
There's a lot of coordination that goes into it because
who do you think's taking it on the road?
So it has to be a rookie.
Yeah.
Zach Poop. The Zach Poop. I'll stop with that.
You gotta stop.
I'll stop. It's funny though.
Yeah,
Come on, it's funny. Zach Poop. It's funny, but
So I'll do my take on the home run jacket. I don't care.
Who gives a
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't care for or against it. But if you have a take that is so far on the side of you don't like the home run jacket, you gotta look yourself in the mirror.
Okay, the Minnesota.
So it's all the people who bitch about them not hitting home runs or scoring runs are the same people who hate the jacket. What if the jacket, by some grace of God,
we can only pray.
Some grace of God makes them hit more home runs? Then you stop bitching about it.
It's like this is my thing. The Minnesota Twins have a fucking home run sausage. The Orioles are funneling in the dugout. They're funneling. The Mariners have a trident.
Yeah.
And the Toronto Blue Jays have a little jacket. And the thing is, I'm not a stat guy, but the Jays offense banged when they had that jacket. 2021 and 2022, they had the jacket. Bang, bang. 2023, dog shit offense. 2024, 28th in home runs. I mean, bring the jacket back.
Yeah.
I would love to calculate where we go from here on out with this home run jacket. And if it turns the season around, Sid Seixeiro, fuck you, by the way.
He just turned his whole thing around.
Yeah, he turned his whole thing around.
Of course.
That tweet to him today, I had so our guy Paul Ross sent me the tweet of Sid Seixeiro talking about like, thank God I don't have to hear about the home run jacket anymore. I had that saved in my gallery for so long, hoping the home run jacket would come back. And once it came back, I immediately tweeted it and said,
he's
fuck
blocked
you,
you,
Sid. And I put in brackets, I'm blocked. Sid Seixeiro is
like, you
Sid
can't.
Seixeiro should not be allowed to talk baseball. Ken Reed should never be allowed to talk baseball. Just shut up and read off a fucking teleprompter on Sportsnet. Those two guys and Wilner, whatever. Wilner's Wilner. But Sid Seixeiro and Ken Reed talking baseball, give it up, buddy.
Ken Reed is.
He's the worst.
I think it's a bit.
You think it's a bit?
has
I think
to-
he's leaning into it.
It's
I think he knows the engagement because he always catches me. He always catches that little fish like in the water. That's me. Every Ken Reed tweet about analytics, I am always.
And you're not even an analytics
I'm
guy.
not. 2 years ago, there's probably clips on this podcast of me talking shit about analytics.
For sure. But they're not there to change your mind. They're there to help you be informed. It's not a bad thing.
Does Ken Reed think in like the 2000s they just didn't use stats?
Yeah,
they just played
said,
players.
He had a tweet today about
Ichiro.
Ichiro. He said he didn't worry about exit velocity or something like that. Ken, every single swing ever to happen in baseball has an exit velocity, and it always
so
has.
Dumb. Like it's such a stupid thing to get mad about, and I think it's a scapegoat to just be mad about how bad your offense is. I think that's what it is. They
Sure.
use it as a scapegoat. Because if this team was good, I guarantee you Ken Teleprompter Boy would not be talking about fucking exit velocity.
Yes,
No chance.
I agree. I'm on your side for that. And
I'm becoming an analytic guy. Posted some stats today, some analytic stats. I mean, it was ERA, but we're slowly starting to get there.
ERA is a stat.
That's a stat. But yeah, Ken Reed, that tweet really pissed me off. You think Baseball Savant and StatCast would not have loved fucking Ichiro?
Yeah.
He would have been in the top 99th percentile in
Whiff.
contact, whiff, strikeout percentage, walk rate, and speed. You
Yeah.
think Savant would have hated that? It's so dumb. I think he just whatever.
I think he's doing it.
If it's a bit, I salute you, brother. That's one of the greatest bits in the internet because it catches
Because
me
everyone
every
hates.
single time.
Yeah.
It catches me every time. It's one of the greatest bits ever. It's like when
There's
we
multiple sports networkers who are anti-analytics. And
Blair's one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Ken Reed. Not that he's on the same.
But
same
I mean,
level.
Ken Reed's like he's
on your TV.
Yeah, he's on the TV. I see him. I like Faisal though. Shout out Faisal. He's our guy, Gate 14 guy. Shout out Ivanka too. But yeah, no, it was
Ivanka.
Ivanka Osmak.
Isn't that a whole different station?
No, Ivanka Osmak Sportsnet.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Shout out Ivanka, man. Shout out Ivanka. But other than that, it just the analytics stuff was funny. But today's game rocked. Today's game.
So that's how you. It's awesome.
It was there was some Italian hate on the timeline because Nick Nostrani, who was Italian, there was a lot of anti-Italian hate talking shit about Nostrani. Dr. Internet's one of them. He's anti-Italian.
That was that's a tough outing.
Tough
and they
outing.
just left him out there
They
for
left
dead.
him out there to dry.
Yeah, he had
like,
a
you have
two-whip.
9 through 4. Let's throw you back out there for the 5th.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get you through 5 here. Get the pitch.
Nick
count.
Nostrani, you were a disgrace to Italy today. I'll say you're not making the Italian national team after that. Yeah, Benintendi was pretty bad as well. I was looking at that White Sox lineup today,
Oh my
and I was talking about it with you, and I was just saying, like, man, maybe we don't have it that bad. Like, imagine rooting for Martin Maldonado with a 259 OPS. No, that's not an on base or an average. That's his OPS, 259 or 285, whatever it is.
It went down today.
It is astonishing to have to root for a team like that. And
They put their punt lineup
They
out
did put
today.
their punt lineup.
The Chicago White Sox punt lineup is one of the more fucking Eloy didn't even play, right?
No.
I guess I just remembered
I
that
feel
now.
bad for Luis Robert. I mean, he's not. Luis Robert's probably just on a
He's doing his Joey Votto thing right now.
Luis Robert is taking his time with rehab.
Should be.
Oh, for sure. I would not be rushing.
Enjoy Birmingham.
It's like that meme of the Bugatti in that dog shit garage.
Yes.
Like the house. That's what Luis Robert is. Luis Robert is incredible. He has to get traded. I mean,
he has a ton more
like
control.
4 or 5 more years of control left. But
pretty young too.
Let's talk about the man of the hour, Chris Bassitt. Chris Bassitt texted us last night.
This is awesome.
And said to us, if the Jays lose today, I'm shaving my head. He's just full like army. I said army cut ? He said lieutenant. Well, I forgot what he said. And then he gave us a little nugget. Credit to us for not doing Johnny Sources, Avery Sources. He said he is wearing a red glove, new glove, going high socks, and has a brand new walkout song.
It was a Luke Combs one, slow one.
It was
today.
a very slow.
Yeah.
It was like a making love song, kind of. It was like very sensual.
Yeah, it was.
I was hard listening to it. I'm kidding. But no, Chris Bassitt today, ERA down to 4.6 or 4.4.
Yeah,
he is
like half a
an
run.
Absolute dog. And by the way, we had his strikeouts today. Didn't even come close.
No, it
didn't even come close. He was Marco Estrada today.
My brother texted me. He said, "So he actually went 7 innings." I said, "Yep," and he only got 4 strikeouts. I said, "Yep." 2 of them came in the last inning. I think.
Chris Bassitt, hound on the mound.
Who cares, man? His eat innings, like make it easy.
Yeah, he
eat innings, put up zeros. That's what CB does. If he doesn't strike people out, it's okay.
He 8 innings today, and he made light work of a poverty lineup.
As he should.
Like that's what that's what I expect guys to do against. I wish Gossman went up against this White Sox lineup. He was.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was saying that today.
We gotta text Bassitt about that
because I was as much as he was doing. So if you wear, when you're at shitty organizations, you don't have high pants with the elastic in them. Sometimes you wear your long pants, you put them on inside out, tuck them into the top of your socks, and then pull your pants up. And that's how, if you wear stirrups with long pants. I thought that's what he had done with how much he was touching his legs. He was so uncomfortable with high pants. Like he's in the major leagues. There's no way that happened to him.
By the way, you and I sitting like 10 feet away from him when he's walking off of the field, I have never seen a more miserable looking dude when he is carving. Like after the first inning got a double play ball, he turned around. He looked like that, like the Mike Wazowski girl from fucking Monsters. And they're like, I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. You know how miserable that girl is at the counter? Bassitt turns around and just completely just like walking up, like just fuck. Just goes back like, every time.
He's like, I can't believe I have to work on a
at
Wednesday at 7.
Like, I have to. I'm working the night shift tonight. Fuck. And it's just like this guy is insane, and that's what makes him so cool.
He has some of the funniest mannerisms of anyone who's
easily. I would love to watch have a cam on him when he's playing Fortnite with us.
He gets so mad too.
It's like he's just such a competitor, and even when things are going well, I guarantee you, like lie detector test, he's still pissed. He's like, "Fuck,
yes,
I threw 12 pitches that inning."
Yeah.
He is just a
like
one.
I bet he'd be mad they didn't strike more people out
like,
today.
He's just such an interesting human being. He really is, and it's just
Beaver
watching him do it up close. And you mentioned this earlier into the game. He was touching 91 to start and finished that 95.
Yeah.
He went Justin Verlander mode.
He did. Awesome start. Start you need when you're facing a poverty team.
He's going up against them again next week, right?
He is getting them again. It was his first major league team. People forget. Means more when,
revenge game.
When CB faces
revenge game. He was in the fall league with them. But yeah, that was it's so funny. He has to go back to back against them. He's going today.
Well, his starts, he had texted us. He's like, my starts have been against all these fucking
and he loves it,
teams.
though.
He does. He said,
I don't know if he showed emotion today, though. I don't know if because he got that double play ball in the first was massive. First and second, 1 out.
Yeah.
4-hole hitter up, and you got that double play.
The Chicago White Sox are so interesting because I've played on a bad baseball team when I came back to school a year. And the whole attitude changes when you have a good pitcher on the mound for your team.
Yes, you hit more.
Like when Crochet started and the game started and they got a run in the first inning right off you say, you can just tell the team the energy is totally different from bad teams when they think they have a chance to win. Today, they showed up as dead dogs after a double play in the first inning, and they knew they were cooked from that point on.
There were so many good things about that game. Bichette, that ball he hit to center, and he pimped it apparently. I didn't see that.
No, he did. I saw him pimp it. I thought it was just a flyout because he's pimped a couple times where they were just flyouts. I could not believe how far that. 400
Yeah,
feet.
it
It seems so far away. Center
You
field.
don't realize it because you're behind. When you're behind home plate, Alto and I last year saw the Bo Bichette home run off of the flight deck.
Against
That
Seattle,
was the
yeah.
furthest home run I've ever seen in my life. That was like right off the bat, I was like, "Oh my god, this ball's just not going to land." It put a dent in the flight deck, but that one was just in the air for so long.
Yeah, it really
It
was.
was insane. And then Davis Schneider, the double down the line. Davis Schneider, he has to stay in that leadoff spot.
Yeah, it's finding him right
Yeah,
now.
he has to
He's
stay in the
doing a
leadoff
job
spot.
in the big spots.
He's just so good, and he's like, I think I like the lineup today. I'll be honest. I mean, IKF,
Alondra Kirk has put together good at bats.
some good swings.
Alondra Kirk is playing good baseball
Some
right
really
now
good
as well.
swings.
And him and Jano, we talked about this on the other pod, right? Where Jano said he didn't like to
Yeah.
DH. Jano can't fucking catch every 3 games.
Yeah,
too.
it's not
so when
good.
people say, "Oh, why is Jano not playing?"
Yeah.
Hey man, the guy who's the most often injured player on the team.
Yeah.
They need to give him some rest so he can stay healthy the whole
but yeah,
season.
it's Kirk's takes some good. He's hitting the ball hard as well. He really is.
Yeah, he hit one to center today or
Yeah.
right field that
Today, I thought it was out. I thought it was out. Yeah.
too.
Soroka had his hands on his head.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, great series for the Toronto Blue Jays. Swanee's starting to figure it out, man. 3 scoreless innings, last 3 appearances.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully, his velo's up there too. He's hitting 94, 95, I believe. So shout out Swanee. Hopefully, he can get back on the horse, be a reliable pitcher for this team again. But yeah, he was great. But let's go into this weekend series. So I want to give a shout out. So we talked about last podcast. I don't know if this guy wants me to name. I'll just say his first name, James. You and I talked about going to Detroit on Saturday. We wanted to go. A listener reached out to us, said, "I'll buy you guys tickets for Saturday. Like whatever. Like I'll see you guys Saturday. I'll buy you guys tickets Saturday." So he bought me, Curtis, and Avery, or me, Alto, and Avery. Sorry.
What is Curtis doing better?
Curtis is I don't know. He's a date probably. So he sends us tickets.
Seward.
He sends us tickets, and I'm looking at tickets, and it's on like the ballpark app. So I open up the ballpark app, and they're literally directly behind home plate, 20 rows up, $100 each. So thank you, James, for coming through for the boys and doing that.
that's
And I
awesome.
asked him, like, what do you want for this? He's like, nothing. Like, I just want to support the boys. Love to meet you guys or whatever. Thank you, James, for that. That was rock star shit. Thank you,
Yes,
Daddy.
we appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Daddy.
We'll have something made up for Saturday as well. For
Yes.
People do forget famously the last time
Oh,
we drove to Detroit.
battling our demons this weekend.
Yes. Last time we drove to Detroit, we watched
Well-
the Blue Jays get no hit.
Yes, and it wasn't just a hard no hit. It was a very easy no hitter. There was no hard hit balls. I think the close one was like a pop up to like left at the warning
I
track.
thought like Belt had it.
Yeah, this was. I remember I immediately FaceTimed Curtis and Alto after the game, and they're like, "Of course, that happened with Gate 14 there."
It was very funny at the time because
At the time, it was funny because we
Yes.
didn't have to drive home.
no.
We just could get after it and just get fucked up after. But
Yeah, we are going from Toronto to Detroit back to Toronto. on
Saturday, then we're going out Saturday night.
That's gonna be.
It's gonna be the Gate 14 gauntlet. They're gonna call it. But it was. I am pumped for the series. Again, we're facing bad teams. Reese Olson, by the way, has a 2.61 ERA and is 0-4 this season. We might be missing him. I know. I saw he got pulled from a game,
Yeah, he came in the third inning after
Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after hips. I think he should be okay.
which sucks because I would love to miss Reese Olson. He's fucking nasty.
Agreed.
So
He'll get his first win.
No, we
we
don't get
missed
Scooble. We
Scooble.
missed Scooble.
Scooble
So we
pitched
got Gossman, Flaherty. Flaherty's been really good actually, which is gonna suck. Manoah versus Matt Manning.
Matt Manning was the one who did it to us last
That's
time.
yeah.
Who pitched? It was a Gosman game,
It was
right?
a Gossman game, yeah. And then Barrios versus Reese Olson. So Reese Olson is 0-5 with a 2.16 ERA. So that should go. That
insane.
should go well. And then Sunday, I believe, is who went after Barrios? Kikuchi.
Yeah.
Kikuchi versus I don't know who's going for the Tigers. They haven't announced yet.
It's probably a Kenta thing, right?
Kenta Maeda?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be Kenta Maeda. But yeah, the Jays are taking 3 of 4. I'm saying they're keeping the thing going here. They're going to do the damn thing. You got to beat the shitty teams. You got to go on this little run. You got the Tigers, then you got the White Sox back to back.
Then you get the Pirates without Skeens and Jared
Yes,
Jones.
the Jays are missing Skeens and Jared Jones. I don't know how they've got this lucky missing all these guys, but they've kind of.
This
been
is where you
shafted.
need to take advantage.
You got it. If we're not
8-2 the next 10.
if we're not above 500 for that, I'm gonna be sick. After that, 8-2 over the next 10. What are we gonna do if they do 8-2?
That would get us to 10-3.
So I'll have to get the cornrows.
And I'll have to dye my hair blonde. Yeah.
Bassitt
Not so Slim
wants
Shady.
that so bad. Bassitt, I don't want to have fucking cornrows, man. Fuck. Okay. Oh, whatever. Fine. 8-2.
I don't even think you can get cornrows.
No, I can't. I'll do like the Michael Scott Jamaican one where he's just like like the fucking. I'll do that cornrow.
Have one like braid.
Yeah, I'll have the one braid. Oh, that would feeling hot, like that the Office episode. But Jay's taking 3 or 4. I say Danny Jansen, who rakes at Comerica. I just made that stat up. I don't know if he does, but
he
I
hit
know
a home run last year.
He hit a home run there last year. Yeah. I'm saying the Jays take 3 or 4 from the Detroit Tigers. They win on Saturday with us in attendance. Reese Olson.
So, wait, it's Olson Saturday?
It's Olson Saturday against Barrios.
They definitely lose that.
Yeah, they lose that game. I'm trying to be positive, but they're not winning with us in the building on Comerica.
It might be cursed.
If they get no hit again with us there,
that's not even an option.
But it'll be funny.
No.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny. That's all I'll say. If they get no hit again, I'm not. I
almost want to take the mixer in the car and we can do like a 3-hour podcast on the way home.
Well, you gotta plug it in,
like the Lost Files.
You gotta plug it in. You gotta plug it in.
Yeah, can't
plug it in. Actually, I have a plug in my car on the back. We're good. But yeah, Jays take 3 or 4. They lose Saturday with us there, and they win the rest.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
That's where I think I would land.
We will be streaming tomorrow's game, early game, by the way. Fuck you, Detroit. I don't know why every Midwest team does this. The Reds, the White Sox do this. The
Royals,
Cubs,
maybe
the Royal. Everyone does the
Royals
6:40
do it at 7:35 though, because they're Central time.
I don't get it. I asked one of the ushers at the Reds game last year. I was like, "Why do you guys start at 6:40?" They said for traffic. I was like, "That doesn't."
I
make
thought he
sense.
said for kids or something.
It was something like
earlier.
that, which was a very dumb explanation. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Kids traffic,
but
they can't drive.
We will be there Saturday. Comerica is it's just unreal. I love going there. I was there for.
Should we go to Tin Roof Detroit?
I won't be drinking. I gotta drive, but get responsible. Avery and Alto will get after it.
It would be. We should go check it out.
Yeah, we can go off one beer.
One beer.
That Tin Roof is electric. It's right across the stadium.
Yes.
It is so sick.
Tin Roof knows where to put.
They really do. I would love to buy stock in Tin Roof. R.I.P. Red Lobster, by the way. But yeah, Tin Roof does rock. I'm looking forward to going back to Tin Roof. I'm looking forward to seeing all the Blue Jays fans there. I've already got pretty decent amount of DMs about Geek 14 this was going to be there. So it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's because remember.
Let's get a hit.
Okay, but do you remember why the no-hitter sucked? It was delayed because of the rain delay.
Yes.
They had the tarp on the field, took it off, put it back on, and then we had to wait 40 minutes.
And we just sat in our seats.
Getting drenched, and then they got no hit. That's why that game sucked. Now I remember. The no-hitter was a massive part of it.
Suck it
but anyways,
it did suck.
Shorter pod today, 37 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, we're snapping. This might have been the best pod we've done in a while. We're snapping. The in-person pod's always.
I don't have my computer, which I feel naked without my computer to look stuff up.
Yeah, no, there's no stats, analytics. I bet. Shout out Ken Reed. He's been cashing a lot of ricochets this pod. Whatever. Send us cease and desist, Ken.
We'll do a cease and desist. We can use his name.
Our lawyer will talk about it with you. Yeah, Avery's girlfriend. But anyways, we will be back Sunday night. Hopefully, recapping a 3-1 series win.
Oh my god! Also. 11:35 start on Sunday.
Peacock. It's on the cock.
Oh, I think it's on Roku maybe, or is it on the cock?
Do I have to buy a Roku TV to watch this? We're not going to be able to stream it. I just realized that we can't. No one has Roku.
Well, I think in Canada it might be on Sportsnet still. It might just be an American thing.
Wait.
No, it's on at Jimmy. Check 11:35 Sunday. It should tell you what channel it's on still. On.
Fact check right now. Fact check.
If I find this quicker than you guys will be.
11:35 is an insane.
It's on Sportsnet.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's
probably on a. It's on a certain channel in the States, but we're lucky to have.
I feel bad for our West Coast guys. Actually, no, I don't, because it would rock to go be hungover from the bar with the boys, wake up at 8:30 and the Jays game's on TV.
Or you just don't go to bed yet. It's like one of those races.
It's like a cricket match.
Yep.
Don't go to bed. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, like I know I talk about this a lot. The support when we go to games, stuff like that is fucking crazy. We love you guys.
We'll always say yes to pictures.
Unless you're being
we will
not
dickhead.
Yeah. We'll always say yes to pictures. I'm excited for Comerica this weekend. Let's conquer the Tigers. Let's conquer the Tigers.
Comerica.
Suck this Tiger dick, bitch. LSU. We will be back Sunday night after the Roku game of the day.
We'll be able to get it out pretty early.
Yeah,
which will be
early
nice.
pod. I'll be severely hungover probably because it's a Gate 14 Gauntlet Saturday. That's what we're gonna start calling it. The Gate 14 Gauntlet. Drive to Detroit, go to a game, drive back, rally Paris. No, we were going to Paris, Texas Friday night, so no, it won't be happening. But
Surely you've never been Paris,
Yeah,
Texas
never-
2 nights.
never been. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, our merch is available on gate14.ca. Let's have ourselves a weekend and be responsible. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
We'll be right back.